honesty moment. When it comes to doing what you love and making it a reality, does it come down to intentional effort and planning, or is it just luck? There's a movie called La La Land which explains this concept very perfectly. It's a concept that a lot of us artists can really relate to. The lingering question, is there strategy and intention behind the big wall of success that we dream of someday when we become artists? I've heard it said very often that comparison is the thief of joy, and it's not a realistic depiction of how your journey will be when you see others doing very similar things. In fact, it can just be more evidence of the fact that that reality can exist for you too. And yet sometimes it is so intoxicatingly realistic to try to tell yourself that maybe success is just something that flies through the air like an aimless arrow. Maybe there is no trick to it. Maybe it's just luck. I heard once that when you choose to pursue a creative field, much of your job will be preparing to be ready for the opportunity of a lifetime, so that by the time luck does strike, you're in the proper position with the education and training needed in order to take advantage of that lucky opportunity. That's where we get the famous line from La La Land, "Someone in the crowd will be the one you need to know." Okay, let's actually talk about that for a second though. La La Land is a movie, one of my favorites, where an actress tries relentlessly to get her big break, but just can't seem to do it. She sits in waiting rooms full of girls that look exactly like her, and in one audition she's interrupted in the middle of it while the casting directors are already looking at another actress's headshot and resume. By the end of the film, she's nearly given up, failure after failure after failure to land her big break, her lucky moment. Towards the end of the movie, she writes her own one-woman play where pretty much no one shows up, just this one person in the crowd. And they see her, they notice her talent, and they offer her a role that creates her career. This is a story that a lot of us artists feel in our soul. A lot of times, the only thing we ask for is just a little bit more time in our life to be freely creative, maybe to create enough of that time to finally find our lucky break. We believe that monetizing our talent is a way to get some of our time back, as well as free up room in the storage closet behind me. But the path to what we visualize as quote-unquote success can oftentimes be just as laborious or taxing as a traditional job. And sometimes it can weigh so much heavier, right? Because all of this emotional weight that we attach to failure or success or our efforts is so much higher when it's our dream versus someone else's. If I'm creating a report for someone at a desk job and that report doesn't quite work out, I can shrug off that easy, right? In fact, if something goes horribly wrong, I know I can get another job. It's no big deal. But failing at my creative pursuit? No, I don't get another shot. There's no backup plan. There is no other version of myself existing that doesn't want this right here to work out. And so we can't let ourselves think that failure is permanent. We compile endless lists of inspirational quotes saying things like, "Failure is not the falling down, but the staying down." And yet, we have days where staying down just somehow feels like the right thing to do, if only it means we can stave off just one more time of crushing disappointment when reality comes rearing its head once more. It's a little melodramatic, of course, I will admit that, but I would not be an artist without the melodrama. I think so many times I kind of force myself into this positive mindset and headspace when it comes to creating content. Like, I need to create something cheerful, something that pushes you just one step forward and closer to what you want. But there are times when I feel like the only way forward is just through, just sitting with the feeling that you hold, saying, yeah, this sucks. This is difficult, to feel so many ideas, wanting to do so much, to worry about not amounting to anything while you're doing so much, to wonder if maybe you should be doing something different, to look around at every other artist and compare yourself. Where do you measure up? And if it is just luck, does that mean you'll find yours one day, or is success just for a chosen few? I think of how many people were artists in their head, never outwardly pursuing their dreams. People who drew in the margins of printer paper or painted with Crayola watercolor sets while watching kids in their free time. The men and women who might say, "Oh, me? I'm not an artist," while painting a beautiful mural on the wall of their house to save money on wallpaper. They say the greatest films of all time were never made, as one of my favorite songs goes. All of these pondering and musings to say, if you're an artist feeling this way, it's only natural. You're not alone in feeling that sometimes trying again just takes so much effort, right? It's okay to just rest, to just feel what you're feeling. This fast-paced world can make it so difficult to find your place in, with all the noise and suggestions and comments telling you how to think and be. It makes sense that we got to a place where we just feel overwhelmed by all of it. That maybe we just want to feel like we're going to stay down for a little bit. You know what? Just take a nap, take a shower, wake back up the next day. We don't got to worry about tomorrow. Let's just sit in today. Maybe tomorrow will feel better, like the sun coming out from behind the clouds, but it's okay to claim today as just another day of rain. If you found this video helpful, I would so appreciate it if you wanted to click the like button and subscribe to support this channel. I am curious to know more about you and what you love to. What is your dream that you keep wandering towards, slowly but surely? Comment it below. Let's get to know one another. And as always, spending any amount of time here on this channel with me is a gift. I really do consider it a gift, and for that, this humble artist says thank you.